of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T.D. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all. But just because you go to a Diddy party doesn't mean that you were getting sprayed down with Vaseline and baby oil. Because I can tell you right now, ain't nobody ever sprayed me with nothing. And I don't even play around like that. Let me tell you about me. I am so private with my personal intimacy that I love the fact that my business is private. Anything I've ever made public, I've talked about it on my show. I've been pretty much an open book with the activities, but I try to conceal the names because I don't want people bothering them. I learned as people started getting to know me, they would go track down anybody I'm involved with and then harass them. The people I deal with are private people. They don't want their business in the streets, and we ain't spraying each other down with baby oil.
March 27, 2024 applies to, or in regards to one Brian Christopher Williams, a.k.a. Birdman, a.k.a. Baby, Denzel Hayes Washington Jr., Sean Love Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, and Giselle Amon Robinson, a.k.a. Young Jock. And this describes an incident at the Playboy Mansion here in Simi Valley on or around 2009-2010 while she was in foster care. Allison Leilani Carter, previously known as Outlaw, tests under oath the following account of my and all my alter parts personal experiences to be true and accurate to the best of our knowledge regarding the Playboy Mansion after party attended by Birdman, Denzel, Diddy, and Young Jock. My birthday is February 15th, 94. Damn, that's my father's birthday. And this party was on or around, there's only a few snapshots of the affidavit here. She hasn't released the whole thing. Supposedly, she released this information herself, so trying to find a full document, she has it within her possession, man. So anyway, party favors means that kids are literally set on a table and had to wait for people to come choose them for relations. Once they were done having relations, the kids were placed back on the party favor table, and someone else could then come and pick them out from the table and repeat the process. I had to have relations with so many people that night, I cannot remember them all, and some of the other alters hold those memories. Partygoers went into a frenzy / group setting mindset. Once the DJ started the music and turned on the flashing lights, there were fetishes happening everywhere, and they kind of separated them into areas where specific fetishes was happening. For instance, the fetish of having sex in a red liquid was in one area, while having sex with four-legged beings was in another area. People were just in a crazed and kind of frenzy. When the music started, I was sitting on a party favorite table. The main room was big like a ballroom. There were outlying doors around the edges of the room. Some of the doors were shut, but you could still see the food, sex table, the party favor table, and many other things. There were different types of parties happening in different areas of the house. I had to sit on the party favor table and wait to be chosen, the way someone would choose a gift bag off the table at a birthday party. 2 guys took me off the table and they brought me, all right, she bouncing around in this, and was part of the Kings of Comedy. He also wore was a part of the Kings of Comedy. He also wore a gold chain. He was complaining that he did an hour set, but there was no one to smash backstage. This comedian broke the no backdoor relations rule and had backdoor relations with me anyway and just laughed. I screamed for my handler/pimp. Everyone was laughing and I ended up getting in trouble. I was then told to have relations on the table with a girl who was my age. Then they brought in donkeys and burros, and we had to have relations with them too. There were several girls that had to have relations with animals while everyone watched. Another girl and I ended up throwing up afterward, and they rubbed our faces in it as punishment. Yeah, man. So that's just from her affidavit she wrote in regards to some case. It says, State of California, subscribe here on 25th of April, 2024. Allison Leilani Carter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all this shit could be doctor, bro, but like I say, she's been talking about this stuff for a little bit now, man. I'm going to show y'all some more pretty graphic testimony, at least, man. This is her. This is her right here. She dropped this interview a few days ago. I ain't gonna play the whole thing. It's about 30 minutes long, bro. But this definitely gives you a synopsis of what's going on. Latest update from Allie Carter, human trafficking survivor.
I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested. And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak and the ones who suffered through all this bullshit. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around because we just said, you know what? This is our life. It's not changing. We stopped somewhere and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We even tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us, investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies. Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child sex slaves that were in the party. And one of those children were me. Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now the Diddy's out, now that you can talk. For why? Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence. 8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them. I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking inventory.
And then they shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking inventory. So don't trust them.
That's her mama talking.
Don't trust the feds. Don't trust the judges. Fuck all y'all. You're all guilty. You're all corrupt. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy, you're nasty and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money from him to shut up, whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. You see all the people running? They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there is children there. But we're still not talking about the kids yet. When are we going to talk about the kids? Everybody's demanding something from the victims. Why aren't you demanding it from the news? You know he's about to turn into another Epstein, and then the list follows, and it circles back into a web. So why isn't anybody demanding any information on the kids? Huh?
Where'd that supply chain come from?
Do you think that thousands of bottles worth of baby oil was for thousands of who? $65,000 worth of hot dogs and pizza was for who? Trafficking over the border was for who? Child Protective Services is your supplier. Is anybody going to talk about that? The immigrants that are coming across the border, that all those kids up out of boats and out of the water, they're now coming in and they're throwing them right into the system. Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio. Where do you think all those kids are going? This ain't about an election anymore. Y'all know that, right? The election is canceled. Because everybody that you love, you don't live in the world you think you do. Everybody that you think is not guilty is about to show you who they really are. I've been screaming for years. So now, if you see me over here trying to live a normal life and tying up loose ends as justice, mind your fucking business. Nobody ever thinks about the victims. Nobody. The victims' lives get turned around when the predators' lives want to just get announced. You slap them on the wrist and you bring up every source of trauma for the victim. But nobody wants to stop and think about that. We're not talking about the victims that are still going through the shit right now with other people who are running to cover their ass and deleting their social medias, Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey. Why you running? Our PTSD lives on every damn day that they did what they did. But it's only talked about when it's trending. We got legal evidence to drop. I just don't know what's the point. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy. Maria Z, I did that interview in 2021. 7 months ago. We made sure, I already knew, that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had because we knew a list of people were about to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day.
You're throwing out that C word, that child word now, man. You know what I mean? That's a whole different ball game, bro. It's a whole different ball game, dog. You know, right here, we just talking about freak offs. You know what I'm saying? Blackmail, exploiting motherfuckers, leveraging motherfuckers. We talking about kids now. Talking about kids now, bro. And this, you know, of course it's much bigger than Diddy. You know what I mean? But just Diddy is the one that's in the line of fire right now. Bro, we know it all goes much higher up than Diddy, bro. All these fools is all sick and demented or whatnot, man. So it's going to be very interesting to see, man. The year of the truth, bro. The year of the truth, dog. All lies will be exposed in 2024, bro. Like, that motherfucker there's a prophet. There's video footage of her saying much more in-depth things in regards to the whole industry as well, too. She talks about tunnels being up under the Playboy mansions and cities and parties all taking place underground where, you know, children are trafficked, and she talks about how children are selected and what's done to the children before they're selected, and it's far too graphic in nature for me to even attempt to put on my YouTube channel, bro. Like I'm testing it with this fucking video, bro. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this shit here. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to navigate our way around this somewhere, bro. But like, this shit needs to be out, dog. Cause this ain't just somebody leeching on to what's trending, bro. Like, her shit is timestamped. She got videos saying the exact same thing years ago, right?
The book of Luke, chapter 8 and verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, either anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. All right, all of the ways of this world, all right, before the Lord ultimately destroys it, or they're being exposed. And a lot of our people, that being the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, through the seed of their fathers, all right, are down with this world. All right, and they do the things of this world, and they're going to be destroyed with this world. All right, the world meaning age, the eon, the reign of the Edomites. So before I continue, I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach. And of course, where I continue to learn this 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. All right, today is October the 3rd or the 4th? October the 3rd, year 2024. The hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right. We know what the month of October entails. All right, it's a wicked vibration that goes through the earth during this month. All right, you got Hallow's Wing, which comes at the end of the month. All right, a wicked holiday that a lot of our people love to celebrate and take part in. But nevertheless, our people are just giving up to madness and wickedness, and they give their children up to it as well. All right, as I showed you in that clip. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas going through the Diddy drama. All right, and of course we know that's all just a distraction. You know what I mean? That's just a distraction to keep you niggas mind in folly land while these devils continue to do what they've always done, which is deceive behind the scenes. All right, so they put all this out there, and it's the trending topic in the land of nigga. All right, so let's go on with it. I got a couple of scriptures about this child sacrifice, because ultimately that's what these individuals are doing. All right, you heard the story that was told by, the Eve, about what went down at them parties. All right, a whole bunch of freaky business. All right, wickedness. All right, and that's what this world is governed off of. All right, the scriptures tell you in Sirach 10. About how the man that run the city, that rule the city, such a day that dwell therein. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So when you got a freak and an abominable piece of shit, all right, Esau, the Edomites, all right, in rulership, they're the judge of the people. So that's why you got Jake, doing what Jake doing, all right? And the scriptures even tell you Jake go further than the heathen, all right? I'm going to read verse 3. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, let me get that in Jeremiah, 5. Tell you about how Jake surpassed the wicked in wickedness, all right? It's Jeremiah 5. I'm going to start at verse 20. It say, declare this in the house of Jacob and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord, Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it. But this people, talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, hath a revolting and rebellious heart, meaning mind. They are revolted and gone. Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, our God, that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. All right, verse 25, your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. All right, so here's the point right here in 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that sitteth snares. They set a trap they catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich. Verse 28, they are waxing fat, they shine, yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. Alright. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge. Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Alright, so that's a perfect illustration of what you see in today's world as far as the 2/3 of Jake. Alright, these niggas, they surpass Esau in wickedness, you know what I'm saying? What's that one? Is it Micah? No, it's Mark. You know, these niggas, they done ran down to Egypt and got turned out, and now they turning out their own people. Alright, that's what these niggas do. Alright. This is Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Alright, to have a seat at this devil's table on this side. Alright, but to have to walk with your head down for a period of time in the kingdom to come. Alright, because you're gonna be reminded of the shit that you did on this side. These Diddy's, these Dittlers, alright, these Jay-Z's, these Beyonce's, alright, anybody that supported that wicked Hollywood industry, all right, whether you're an athlete, entertainer, whatever you want to call it, all right, you know what I'm saying, you're a part of Esau's his entertainment show, all right. He makes money off you niggas, and he uses you niggas to destroy other niggas, all right. Verse 37, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? All right, and in this world. You know what these niggas had to give in exchange for that reward and that seat at Esau's table? They had to give up them cheeks. Alright, and that ain't it. Alright, Esau wanted them cheeks and he wanted their children. Alright. You know, it's a song I used to listen to a while back. I've done videos on this by an Edomite named Aaron Lewis. He tells a story about how he sold his soul to the devil out in LA. Alright, in the conversation that the devil had with him, the devil was an Edomite. Alright, but he pretty much told him, you wanna live this life, you gotta lose that wife. Do you need your friends around? Alright, cause it comes with sacrifices. Alright, Esau want more than the cheeks after a while. Alright. He wanna know that you really love him and that you know, go bring others into his wicked cabal, alright, and that's what these jakes do, alright. Dwayne Wade, Magic Johnson, Snoop Dogg, alright, all these niggas that turn their sons into girls and shit, alright. They all some freakos and shit. You know what I'm saying? 1 second. Okay. But yeah, that's what they did, and when these niggas started rebelling, alright, started biting the hand that fed them, alright, slapping away the hand that gave them riches, alright, on the left hand side. Alright, Esau shows you what he all about. He flipped the script on your ass. As the scripture said he would do in the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Tell you never trust thy enemy. Alright, like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Tell you how he'll weep with his eyes, but when he find opportunity, he won't be satisfied with blood. Talk about how he'll seek your seat and stand up in your place. Alright, these are characteristics of E. Alright, and that's what these niggas is finding out now. Alright, the Diddler. Alright, he thought he was bigger than he was. He wanted to sit right next to them devils, alright? And they reminded him that he was a nigga. Alright, reminded him real quick that he's a nigga. Alright? And $50 million can't even get his ass out of jail on this shit, alright? What kind of nigga you know can't bail out on $50 million? Alright, he ain't killed nobody. You know what I'm saying? Not physically, well he has. He's had a lot, that nigga done a lot of shit. That nigga's a one-off. Yeah, he's the true definition of a black devil, alright? Man, the shit he's done, set niggas up, alright, man. This is John 8:44. He ain't no worse than you other niggas who gangbang and shoot your fellow brothers in the streets and shit. Man, whatever. All you niggas gonna get the same judgment at the end of the day. This is John 8:44. Ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. Alright, you niggas do the lust of Esau. Alright. He was a murderer from the beginning, all the way back when he was Cain, alright? And abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. All right, again, going all the way back to Cain. All right, and when you 2/3 join on to him, you become as him. All right, and in fact, as we just read, you surpass him because Jake is the salt of the earth. All right, and on some days, all right, you niggas, man, you'll get these Edomites to run for their money, boy. All right. So let me see. Let me get a couple of these scriptures on this child sacrifice right quick. All right. They say Bible verses related to child sacrifice. Let me see. All right, which one we gonna read? Read this one. It say, moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast borne unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. It is this of thy whoredoms a small matter. Well, is this of thy whoredoms a small matter? Let me see. Thou hast slain my children and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them. All right, and that's what these niggas is doing. All right, you heard the story that was being told about how they had the young children on the table and shit. Like they was some fucking goodie bags or something to be picked up with and toyed with and then put back for another person to come do it. That's what goes down in this earth. That's what goes down, man, in this world, in this age of the Edomite, all right? They're just perverse, nasty, freaky ass people, man. It's this show on Netflix. I just finished it. It's called the Mendez Boys, all right? And this is based on a true story. All right, and it goes into account to what the father was doing to his sons. All right, man, say these are the Edomites. And the father said that he did that to his sons because he wanted to toughen them up. He said that was the way the Greeks used to do it. That was the way they used to do it, all right? And you know, when you understand Esau, he started with the Greeks, Alexander. And Alexander was known for being a fucking homosexual, all right? A goddamn rump wrangler, booty warrior, all right? That's just what they do, all right? You know what I'm saying? As the Baltimore people say, that's just what they do. All right, they some freaky ass, nasty ass people, bro. All right, and that's why the scriptures refers to them as the wicked and the profane, the unclean. All right, read this one real quick. Psalm 106 and 37. Yeah, they sacrifice their sons and their daughters unto devils. All right, that's what Jake does today, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with their blood, All right, and that's the same thing over here today. All right, you know the scriptures tell you when blood defiled the land, it cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it. That's why the Lord is coming to destroy this place. All right, because Jake, again, is doing that blood sacrifice shit. That's what Jake does. All right. And the only people that's sighing and crying about the wickedness that's taking place on this earth, all right, is the elect. All right, starting with the 144,000. That's why they're gonna have a mark, an exemption from judgment when the Lord, you know, brings the pain to this place, because we're right there. All right, them ports then shut down. All right, so you people weeks away from not being able to get your goodies and shit, Lord willing. Them ports stay shut down. The Lord don't open them shits back up. All right. This is Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. Oh, excuse me. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place today. All right, and that people that it represents is you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans through the seed of your fathers. All right, that's who Israel and that's who Jerusalem is today. All right, we're not living in the land of Jerusalem as a nation anymore. We're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, looking like the other nations, some of us living like the other nations, but again, the Lord got his elect scattered, and that's what the Lord is coming for on this side. So again, it's saying the Lord said unto him, go through then him is an angel, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark, an exemption from judgment. upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, all the wickedness that they see over here and wherever they at. All right, but especially over here in Babylon the Great. All right. And to the others, the other angels, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him, follow behind that angel, through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. All right, when you smite something, you kill it. All right. And it said don't have no pity. Don't show them no pity. Slay, meaning destroy, kill, utterly, old and young, both maids, that goes for women, and little children, boys and girls. All right. And women. All right. Another cut to the woman. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. So if you got that exemption of judgment, the death angels ain't gonna slay you. All right. Then they began at the ancient man which before the house. All right. And he said unto them, defile the house, and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth, and slew the city. And that's coming again, right here in Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to have them death angels just out here mashing Jake down, all right? Because Jake is joined on to idols. Jake is joined on to this system, and Jake don't want to leave this place, all right? Jake want this place to forward. Jake running down to Egypt for help. Jake voting and shit. Man, say, you niggas can't see what's getting ready to go down right now. It just wasn't meant for you to see. All right, as the scriptures say, eyes that they should not see and ears that they should not hear, even unto this very day. All right, so you know this was just a early morning lesson. You know, it ain't even early morning no more. All right, early afternoon lesson. You know, just wanted to put up a video. It was, Lord willing, it was edifying. All right, and speaking on the distractions and the shit that's going down in Babylon. All right. The only reason they even doing this to the Diddler, because again, he tried to get out of his seat. All right, he tried to get out of that slave seat. All right, and get into, you know what I'm saying, a Edomite seat. No, nigga, no. All right, and now you in Esau chicken coop. All right, and your mom can't even get you out, nigga. Ain't that a bitch? All right. Only person get your ass out is the Lord, and guess what? The Lord put you there, nigga. And it's all down here for you. It's all downhill from here for you and niggas of your caliber, all right? So that's it. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who teaching the course where I continue to learn this 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord Select, Kwam Yasharala, and Why Baba Ball. Shalom.